Alright everybody, welcome back to Stories. I cannot remember what I was doing last time at all. So this time I'll click on this.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface. Renato wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon. But surely, there must be some way to do it without provoking another catastrophe. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the Earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
The last time I did this, I killed myself and the entire universe. And I don't remember what I picked. But this time, the plan is not to kill myself and the entire universe, I guess. That would be the best case. I always forget that this loading screen is incredibly long when you first start up the game.
As he set foot on the island, Renato couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lupino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Renato felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Okay. No side journeys, no rescuing friends.
Or is pretty
Alright, we're just going like full-blown evil this time, I guess. So I'll get the pieces and I'll give it right to the generals to use as a weapon. Because I don't think I did that last time. I went to the scientists and they were like, no, don't do it. Should've listened. Should've listened, but I didn't. Alright. Oh yeah, these little fuckers. Okay, one. They do so much damage, I can't really afford to keep getting hit by them like I usually do. There's two.
Didn't your mother tell you it's rude to stare? Snapped Renato, a little smug.
Oh. Got the wind blade this time, which means I can go through this orange door. That was close. He almost saw me. What the hell? Alright, what's up this orange door? This. Did I say orange door? Jesus. It is late. Purple door. So far, so good. Win that fight, didn't take a single point of damage. And I'm remembering now why I love this sword so much.
There had to be a way to use the Sky Ripper without causing a catastrophe. Why? Maybe it's always dangerous, he imagined Zenobia saying. Always the voice of reason, that one. Well, there had to be a way to use the Sky Ripper because not being able to use it was boring.
Agreed.
So there.
The truth behind the Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. The most believable tale is that the Transcendent Emperor had used the Sky Ripper to banish Iblis. I think I read this before.
If only he had some way to break the ice.
I do. It's called the Ice Sword.
He was a friend.
Man, was that like the world's best shortcut? Oh, there's more fighting. Oh god, ow. Okay, we'll switch to the first one, gain some health back. OML, I'm super excited. What are you excited about? What you be excited for?
Used to say power gems were cheating. Stupid old fart.
Be blowing up the world again? Oh, eyes! No! God damn. Alright, 1, 2. And 4. Oops. Yeah, another one did. So I'm moving to Arizona sometime this year and asked my friend who owns the house if I could have a fursuit. Go on.
Renato felt bad for littering, but these islands were short on trash cans.
Yeah, that's fine. My neighbor has one of those. Well, what are the chances of that? Like, slim to fucking none? Oh shit. This isn't the same as last time at all. I asked what he looks like, and it's a girl with some weird brown thing. Well, I mean, obviously you know exactly who it is, right?
It was the same puzzle. He wished he had his friends here, so he could amaze them.
That's all the info you need. Girl with some weird brown thing? I think my future neighbor is going to be telephoned.
There it was. Sky Ripper's future. The stuff that dreams are made of.
I mean, I won't shatter your dreams, you never know.
The device was intricate.
No, only imagine you jumping up and down if that was the case.
Like how is it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one. I'm not getting the core this time.
Just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions.
Man, it might be.
There still.
I mean,
but fighting Zenobia
some weird brown thing. I remember that picture you showed me, and it was certainly brown.
He sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
I mean, you'll have to let me know.
Renato asked himself why he changed course to confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would.
I'm gonna make him go get a selfie.
He could never figure out why he'd done them. Usually,
well, again, you're gonna have to let me know.
After all,
I mean, the odds like 1,000,000 to 1, but hey, in that one chance that that's actually the case, that'd be pretty fucking sweet, I guess. In the middle of a video. Hey!
He wanted to see her, wasn't it?
He just like break through his window and he's in the middle of like recording or something. Just face first, just smash through the glass.
Every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all,
I brought cookies. Would you like some?
No, it was solely because.
No, get out of my recording.
But it would be great to see her, even if they
faced chocolate
off
chips.
Sword points, as they'd done so many times at school. The world was a less interesting place without her.
May I borrow a cup of sugar, good sir? That's too mainstream, though. You gotta ask for something that's not like a cup of sugar. You have to be like, may I please have a cup of diced onions? He's just like, what the fuck? Yeah, I guess. Spoon of mayonnaise. There we go. I mean, I think if someone came to my place being like, please, may I have a spoon of mayonnaise? I'd just be like, yo, I'll make you a sandwich. What do you need, my good friend? Fucking spoon of mayonnaise. I don't really use mayonnaise that often, actually, unless I'm making like a bologna sandwich or something. Or like something in a recipe calls for it.
Maybe I should follow my nose, thought Renato.
And health. There was nothing in this chest. Man, that was a waste of time. I'm sad now. Not really. See another purple door down there, though. But it all depends on if I actually need to go that far.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
I mean, possibly.
Ice walls only let you through if they knew you were cool.
But I am cool. Look, it let me through. I'm a cool boy. Make it sound like murder. Yeah, just like download some soundtrack of someone like screaming from like the original Psycho or something. Oh, Jesus. Eyes. Eyes everywhere.
Hey, how do you tell if someone's far away or just really small?
Look through a telescope. Like we do in the Sea of Thieves.
Renato wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The swordfish school was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Yep, seen this. Alright, so this said this was a different path, but I do recall doing this stuff. Maybe my memory is just a bad thing. But I did level up though, so I guess it's worth it. More health. No, no. What's this? Kick and throw distances are longer. Inflict damage unhooked. Freeze time for everyone but me when countering an attack at the last second. Sure, that sounds useful. That actually sounds useful. I'll keep my suit completely visible through a window. Yeah, just have it like you're staring at him at all times. Every time he like wakes up in the morning and like looks out his window, there your guy is, just looking at him. Good fighting. I think I'm near the end, actually. Of this chapter, at least.
Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all.
Making no sound at all.
God. Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek, How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Sky Ripper, the rebellion plans, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind of truth spell.
Oh.
Talky truth spell.
Alright, so this one is different.
Her father by Farspeaker Toad and filled His Majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Renato grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor.
Admiral Akbar. It's a trap!
And I'll bring my interrogators. If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him.
Well, that's
but
true.
Maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
I don't know. Go meet the Emperor, turn Zenobia against her father. Yeah, I've done this. Try this.
You're lying, she said. Somehow you're lying. The spell hadn't worn off yet. He had to tell the truth. The trick was in making sure she wouldn't believe it. The core is perfectly safe, he said. And he tried his hardest to sound sincere. In fact, I almost went to get it myself. Fine then, interrogators it is, she said angrily. I gave you a chance. The Emperor's interrogators were not especially gentle, even by weasel standards. Fortunately, Zenobia had locked him in the guest quarters on her ship, and she'd forgotten it had a toilet that, like all skyship toilets, could be vented into the abyss.
Yep.
This was not the sort of
got it. This is the most professional way to escape.
As they were about to land, he threw the latch, wrinkled his nose, and leapt through the open latrine.
Ugh. Ugh. Jumping through the toilets late at night. That's what I want to be doing with my life.
It was a short, safe landing. At least this part of the Nexus hadn't changed too much.
My hero.
Zenobia had been taking him to the Imperial outpost.
Only heroes jump through toilets.
Expect him to go there by himself. Well, maybe she would. You never knew with her.
So I've definitely been to this level before. The name of the fursuiter, it's... What? I thought that dude wore like this big red thing.
Done beautifully.
I don't really know who's who in the zoo anymore, so... Maybe we just need to start taking bets on who Pyro is moving next door to. Like whoever wins, I don't know, gets like a free Starbucks gift card. Starbucks is... I actually found out that there's like a Starbucks right near my home, like a minute away. And I've like binged on it the past 2 days. I've probably spent like $50 there just on coffees. It's been horrible. But so delicious.
If he jumped, would he be rescued by an emergency platform?
But let's not find out. What if they're all there? What if they're all in the same home and they just didn't tell anybody? It's like a super secret, like Illuminati thing. Bucks. Yeah, there was quite a few, like, there was some old dude and like this like really old green ball cap just sitting there on his laptop, and I was like, bro, you need to leave.
You should take one home, he thought.
But no, I don't usually stick around in there. I get what I want to drink, and I did. Black Rifle coffee. I don't know. I got a Keurig. I drink a lot of McDonald's coffee with like Bailey's and Irish whiskey.
Renato knew Zenobia, and Zenobia knew
It's like
him.
my morning thing. Bowl of cereal, some Irish coffee.
Now he'd vanished. She would probably guess
AK-47 blend.
Perfect.
Is this actually a
She
thing?
wouldn't use the Sky Ripper. At least not without taking it to the scientists at the observatory first.
If so, I might need to
The
pay a
Emperor
good
would be
visit to
coming
old
the
Google
outpost
later.
Personally, this could be good.
Or caffeinated. Yeah.
Ooh, a workbench. Did he have any jewels he hadn't tried out? He had.
I mean, yeah, I got plenty of jewels I haven't tried yet, but I mean, I got exactly what I want. Achievement unlocked. Unreal treasures. I wonder what that is. Don't know. Oh Jesus, I'm here. I wasn't expecting this so soon. Silencer smooth, gunship, sniper's hide, thin blue, and just black.
They looked very tough.
Damn.
But the Emperor held them back.
Oh, where's my daughter?
And how would I know that? Renato grinned at him.
She lured me here so that you could kill me, didn't she?
Ah, don't be ridiculous, said Renato, trying his best to sound convincing. She loves you.
Oh, I knew it. The rabbit told me I couldn't
The
trust
rabbit?
her.
The
Goddamn.
Emperor hopped out the door. His phalanx of bodyguards retreated carefully. Renato heard someone call, "Arrest her!" as they left.
Wah,
Well,
wah.
that's a job well done, thought Renato. Now the fleet would be in all sorts of disarray. But maybe he could find her in the mountains.
K-cups, that's pretty
She
cool.
always used to go to the mountains to hide from the world.
I've got like a,
Maybe he could even turn her.
it's like a
against
bottle
her
opener.
father. Or maybe
but
he could
it's,
reap the
it
benefits
looks like a
of
50
chaos
cal
also.
bullet.
It was time to report to the Rebel Council, and then launch the attack on a divided and very confused Imperial fleet.
I didn't read that at all. So back to the mountains. Find Zenobia and talk to her. Meet the council. So if I do that, I get blown the hell up. Alright, we're gonna go meet her.
Renato felt very clever.
Mountain?
indeed.
Yeah.
He told
Every
the
time I go to
Empire
this
nothing
mountain,
but
though,
the
I get
truth.
stabbed by the damn
He
rabbit.
suspected everything and everyone. So, why are you going to see Zenobia? He asked himself. It's not just a gloat, is it?
It is just a
No,
gloat.
of course not. Now, turning her against her father was good. It was very good. If she would actually join the rebels, that would be spectacular.
Ha
right?
ha.
That was definitely what he was doing.
He has no idea what he is doing. Which is bad for me, because I am playing him. I don't know, I wonder exactly... Because it looks like there's something like 20-something cards that you can possibly pick. For like endings.
He
So
wondered
I wonder
if she
exactly
had
how many
just
kill
told the
you and which are
truth about
good.
her father. The Emperor had adopted her from a
Black.
stray.
The infomercial,
That
eh?
was the source of all her loyalty.
Man, if they
But
have
even
their own
then,
commercial
he'd
for
been dreaming of a
K-Cups, then
bargain with the
damn.
Lost gods. They alone could make him immortal. The Emperor would have to seal that bargain with the life of someone who truly loved him. And who else truly loved the Emperor? But how could Renato tell her that now? Why would she ever believe him?
This place reminds me of Shipwreck Bay from Sea of Thieves.
I'm just trying to teach you how to fly.
Alright, off we go. There's just so many dead ships here, I keep thinking it's Sea of Thieves or something. I'll go through the ice wall this time, I suppose. Actually, you know what? No, it's not. Let's go through this one. damn it.
Sometimes, at home, he'd wave his sword around for hours.
Get sliced in half. Man, sometimes at home he would wave his sword around for hours. And that sounds like the best time ever, if you have something to hit. At 158 ore, holy shit. And I still don't think I upgraded this to level 2 yet, so I probably should stop at a workbench. There has to be an ending where you married that. I mean, yeah, there's a good ending somewhere, because I mean, it's part of the game, there's gotta be, right? Oh my god. It was like rain and death or something. I dodged it all, thank god. There's probably like one good ending at the end of each truth, but there's like 4 good endings and like 20 friggin' you've died.
Oh, all right. The truth was, he'd played her like a fiddle. And how often had he ever done that? She was so smart. Smarter than him, really.
Ah, god damn it. Who knows, maybe I'm on the right one and this is that good ending.
No skateboarding, the sign said.
I will skateboard if I want to. No sign gonna stop me. I am losing health and quick. And I don't want to die. There we go, a little bit of health. Alright, where are we going now? I should have taken that blue door, it would have been a lot quicker. Health. No, there's more ore. A lot of damn ore. I love this game. It's just the fighting, just it's so good. Oh, random apple. Nice. $79 health. I got no magic though, so I can't use my healing sword. Hopefully I'm near the end. Think I am? Yeah, this should be right around the end. Perfect.
Renato had given away the location of the secret base. Fortunately, the Emperor thought it was all a trap. He even mistrusted his own daughter. Renato couldn't have done better if he'd planned it.
He didn't plan it though. He just got really freaking lucky. Oh, there she is.
What have you done to me? Zenobia demanded. My own father thinks I'm a traitor. So? But I'm loyal. So what? You're a bastard, Renato, she said. Now, you love that about me. You really did want the core, didn't you? And the Iblis stone. Yep. He gloated. You get all that? She said to the far speaker toad he'd failed to spot.
I am so relieved, my daughter,
said the far speaker. And Zenobia got into her ship and flew off. Damn it. The old far speaker trick. How had he missed it? This was very bad. Zenobia back in her father's good graces, and both of them ready to use the core and the Iblis stone.
Where did they get them?
The Farfarer. Briefly, Renato thought of fleeing. The odds were surely against him. Never tell me the odds, he told himself. Odds confused him. He preferred to trust his gut. And so he sailed on to attack the fleet. Alone, if necessary.
Doesn't seem like the best idea. Has to be said. Why would I sail to attack a fleet alone? That's suicide. Well, that's basically what this game is about, though, so... Or it makes perfect sense.
There were not many rebels here, and they were disorganized. The Empire had obviously attacked the secret base, the formerly secret base whose location Renato had so helpfully pinpointed on a map. There was still time to turn around, wasn't there? But Renato hated turning around. Heroes don't turn around, they just own their screw-ups and turn them into impossible victories, right?
Right. Current objective, kill the Emperor. Again. But at least this time you know Lupino's a traitor, you know Zenovia's not on your side. You know a bit more. Also, I'm just gonna take the shortcut again. Rather than go through this incredibly long level, you skip about 75%
What's
of it.
behind? Door number 2.
Oh, here it is. I was wondering where the little ship was. Well, this one will most likely end with me dying.
Renato's personal battle was going fairly well. The Ravens immediately in front of him were no quicker or tougher than usual. Where was the power of the core, blasting him off into the abyss? And where was Zenobia? She must be up to something. But whatever it wasn't his problem. Not yet, anyway. It was all going surprisingly well.
Oh, gain a little bit of health back, and I'm right near the end. I think there's another fight on this ship.
Of faith, said the inscription.
I have no faith. Oh shit! Stop hitting! I got stun locked. Holy crap. There we go. I did research, but it has sorta spoilers. Ah, if they're too serious, we don't need those yet. Oh shit. Cannons. Nope. I'm almost at the end of this storyline. I don't know how many more fights there are. I think it's just one. Probably on this boat. Oh.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
I have a good feeling about this time. 25 endings, yeah. Most of them are probably death. Quick and easy.
At last, he came to Zenobia and the Emperor. She was sealing up a kind of squat coffin, banded with lead.
So glad you're here.
Croaked the Emperor.
You will be witness to my final victory.
I hate this guy's voice.
Creepy, Dad? Said Zenobia. But thank you. Because of your shenanigans, we tested the core. It's really unstable. It could have blown us all up.
Could have blown us all up.
Said Renato, a little frustrated that she'd figured it out. Anyway, we already destroyed your secret base, so we don't need a super weapon. We're just going to bury it. Do we, torture you? Or give you a medal? Sometime later, Renato got an invitation to attend the Emperor's ritual sacrifice of his daughter. They took him out of his dungeon cell and gave him all his medals to wear.
Oh shit.
A little while after that, the lost gods returned, and the sun went black, and the Emperor ate his soul. He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up.
Oh, there we
like
go.
Those doors he was opening up
A
all
new
over
card.
the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
Alright, so I gotta figure out what this Iblis Stone one is now. But I got one of these. That's the first time I've gotten one of these, so... Not bad. That's probably like the worst ending you could have got in that particular storyline, but...
Fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before? And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
6 endings of 25.
It was time to choose.
Which means technically to beat this game I need to get like 19 more playthroughs done and all correct.
They needed a game changer.
I don't think I'm ever finishing this
East of
game.
The Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert, as tempting as it was to explore ancient mysteries.
So I think I know what I'm doing this time. I'm gonna do this temple one and just continue the murderous rampage from start to finish.
Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Yes, this rabbit is shit. We've talked about this.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis Stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Renato went ostrich hunting.
Ah, yes. So the Iblis Stone makes you go like a psychomaniac and keeps telling you to kill everything. Kind of like Lord of the Rings. It's the precious.
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient
And I'm like
codices held
Smeagol.
hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a
Alright.
jewel only
So my
a
swords are
righteous man
maxed.
could give away.
So
Were
basically
all
I don't
these
really need to
things the
stop
Iblis
at
Stone?
chests anymore.
Long hidden in the
So I can
buried
just blast my
temple.
way straight through
Another
levels
ancient
now.
item that was only resurfacing now, drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals.
So let's see how fast I can speedrun this. If at all.
You're the one about the Raven one, talking to her son. You don't write, you don't call. Get it? Call? I just made that up.
I wasn't expecting an explodey guy.
The Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. And he hadn't come too late. Nice. That could be useful.
Gotta keep leveling up. So you may as well tell me, out of these 25 endings, do any of them actually have the good ending that we were talking about? Or something close to it.
Barely landed a claw on him.
Like, don't tell me how to get to it. But I'm fine to know if it exists. I don't actually need to go this way. Whoops. Perfect. Oh, not perfect. Hit. These guys that like explode like kamikaze suicide bombers are the worst. If anything's gonna hit me, it's gonna be them, because I'll hit them twice.
Take the goat across first.
What goat? I could ruin this game. I could ruin this game. Why would you ruin this game? Is it really just like the world's largest spoiler of all mankind?
Ronaldo was running out of ideas. Zenobia loved him to death.
Wait.
The Sky Ripper destroyed everything.
In the game or
Latino,
online?
filthy
Because online, obviously,
Using
something would
stone
be
name
there.
for an evil god
There's always something, but in the game?
Unwise.
Really?
But what else was there?
Online, okay. That makes more sense. However, I swear if this guy's gay for that rabbit, I'm done. I'm uninstalling right now. Or I'll just choose to deny everything you stand for. Oh god, fire. Okay, so I need to do the old-fashioned way and start breaking shit to find health.
Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
Need more ore. Okay, energy, I'll take that.
Ronaldo hated cannon traps. Also, who reloaded these things anyway? He never figured that part out.
I don't know, some guy who's really bored who just lives down here like a hermit? I guess 6 health. Boy.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up.
Yes, master, the precious.
It was the stone, eager, thirsty.
Alright, I'll do it.
That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once. And Renato
Nope, gonna kill her.
sure he really wanted to be Emperor.
Going
Why
full-blown
not
evil
capture
this round.
the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god, torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. It's the core, said the stone anxiously.
Feed me death. Like I said, I'm just going straight on murder mode this time. Like, I'm gonna kill everything.
At a point. If the stone could
No conscious.
truly
This is
turn
no
into a
conscious
powerful
mode.
warrior, he could defeat the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old Toad had sought for himself. To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes, especially when they've become enemies.
Indeed. And I will sacrifice old friends by murdering them all with my sword. And I'll put their head on a spike. Because I'm evil that way. Do 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 do.
As
Alright,
he
let's
placed
do
the
this.
impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Renato had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun. Was it the time of the lost gods before the
Oh
transcendent
yeah, 6 health. Alright, I gotta get into a fight and not die.
It whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's
Or
hunger.
should I say
for
not get
souls.
hit?
Its thirst for blood. All right, I get it. This was going to be interesting.
Feed Zenobia to the Iblis Stone.
The city
Yes,
was
sir.
burning, and there was no one to put out the fires. If somehow Zenobia survived her father and inherited his crown, what sort of empire would she be heir to? But he couldn't think about that,
I'll
could
have
he?
87 ore, goddamn. Alright, it's gotta be a fight like here, right? Okay, gotta get as many hits in as I can to gain all this health back. Good! 6 to 132 in one fight. Now I'm out of magic again, so...
They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls, and with each death, he felt stronger.
I gotta continue sucking out those souls.
The stone told him.
That way there's nothing. I know that for a fact. But like I said, I'm just speed running. I'm gonna freaking fly right to where I need to go.
The core, could he?
Let's go to the sewer. Because all the cool kids hang out in the sewer. And I want to be a cool kid. Oh, shit. And I think actually I can...
All right, no one.
Ah, energy and health. Perfect. That's actually probably the best outcome I could have had right there. The good thing is these map layouts don't change that much, so you can literally just blast your way through.
Zenobia was waiting for Renato. She was alone, confident as always.
Bitch, I'm gonna stab you!
Glanced at the tips of her claws.
Well, Pyro, you didn't miss much. I just decided to go
She seemed as cocksure as
full-on
he felt,
murderer mode in this
but
one
she
with
didn't
zero
know
conscience.
He had the stone.
So I'm gonna kill everything,
And I missed you too,
rather than
love.
like try and bury the stone and all that stuff
She
like last
spotted
time.
the stone and bolted without another word.
Full-on murder mode. There's nothing down
Mind
there.
your
I already know that.
materials, thought Renato.
I just gotta say again, the fighting in this game is like amazing. It's like so smooth. Get back here, cat. I'm gonna kill you.
Finally, Renato caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened. He didn't like seeing her this way. Kill her, whispered the stone.
I don't think the last ending was funny. Man, I got my soul sucked out, and then everyone died.
Said Zenobia. Not that way. Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem?
It's like, ah, yes, my medals.
He would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
No, I'm killing her. Killing her.
With a flick of his wrist, he slashed Zenobia's throat. Her eyes widened even more. And then the light went out of them. Bernardo felt amazing. Power was rushing into him like water from a burst dam. Oh, such brilliance, exulted the Iblis stone. Tasty.
Tasty.
He felt a bit bad about killing her.
Yeah, just a bit.
He was pretty sure she still loved him. But needs must when the devil drives.
You're right.
Renato returned to the Farfarer and set a course for the Nexus. The Empire had a communication outpost there. He could call the Emperor directly. It was time to seize the outpost and let the Emperor know what he had done.
Dairy Queen. Sounds delicious. We were talking about Dairy Queen, right? Or are we talking about disqualification?
The Nexus was beautiful. He never realized how beautiful. Everything glowed. The wind was so sweet. The sun so soft. The stones so warm.
Good DQ.
Black raven feathers. Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled with them. He's falling through smoke under a dead sun. A voice caught him. Is this a vision? Whose?
I like the peanut buster parfait. That's got to be my favorite DQ.
No matter.
Just cover it in melted fudge.
Now was killing his way to the
and you're just like tasty. And then you want more. So then you go back in and you leave with like 30. And you gain 27 pounds. But it was worth it.
I wonder what happens if I go that way.
A shortcut, that's what happens. You gotta like memorize the shortcuts in this game, otherwise you just keep doing the same missions so many times that you're just like, I hate life. You never want to play them again. Quick and painless for me. Not so much for them.
Renato had been to a dungeon once where all the chests had teeth and eyes. It had been a short visit.
Yeah, it's mimics, man. You don't fuck with the mimics. They eat you. It's terrible. I was playing Dark Souls once and I didn't know mimics were a thing and I tried to open a chest and it ate my face.
What was he doing here?
Can I kill the rabbit too?
Hey, buddy. Hey there, old buddy. Please don't kill me.
Oh, I feel like I feel like killing you. It's
he had been thinking
ooh, I can feel it.
Well, you've become no, I mean no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you should, I don't know, go to the mountains to have a think. See if maybe you're sure the stone is not all that healthy a thing to keep.
No, I love this stone.
You wanted, Renato said, and poked Lapino in the chest for emphasis.
Stab the. Oh, yes! Yes! Yes!
Damn it.
This is the best day of my life! Victory spin! Woo! Fuck you, rabbit! Fuck you! Fuck you! You deserve what you got!
Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought.
I can... You know what? I can go to bed happy tonight and have sweet dreams knowing that this bastard is dead. I gave him a love tap and he just couldn't handle it. Whoopsies, I killed him. Oh god, what the heck is this? Oh, well, you went right off the edge. Just gave him a soft little poke. Ah, shit, he's dead.
Renato rampaged through the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo rampaging.
Aha,
At the
good,
last
good.
moment, he remembered not to kill the Far Speaker Toad. After all, he wanted a word with the Emperor. But there was only silence. The Emperor was scared, like little girl.
Like a little girl.
He would gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet.
It's a good idea.
Applauded the Imblestone.
Yes. My precious.
Then the Emperor would have to answer his Far Speaker, wouldn't he? Who
True.
are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become?
I've become Satan.
Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lapino.
No, I'm going full-blown evil. I've already decided before I started this.
To let them know to gather their forces. Then he killed the Far Speaker Toad.
Haha, take that, Toad.
Oh, because to make sure his sword was sharp. Oh no, that's awful. So no one else could use it. Yes, that's it. Then he set off for the ruins and the secret rebel base.
I mean, while I'm at it, I may as well kill everyone in the rebel base too, right? Full-blown evil mode? Yeah. There's gonna be another ending where I do all of this shit again, but instead of killing everybody, I go to the mountains.
The ruins were crawling with ravens. Probably looking for the secret base, Renato thought. But then he realized they're probably looking for me. They must be very scared of me.
I'm looking for them too.
Here I am.
Most likely for different reasons.
Whispered the Imblestone.
I'm the best warrior ever?
Agree with it, for once.
Yeah, I
Was as
agree.
good as Renato.
I am the best. Especially with all this dark and evil soul energy.
Oh, she'd been an amazing rabbit. She could talk to him about comics and talk to her son about history and battles and talk to scholars about the ancient tomes hidden deep in the vaults of the Library of Ubar. Oh, Renato really missed her.
I forgot that she existed. I don't regret it. I am just slaughtering things right now. Mermaid Man. Evil!
Really? Who would bury such a treasure in the desert? Soon, he'd go rally the rebellion and usher a new age for the islands of Erda.
Or I'll kill the rebellion. I love that slash animation. Just a slow motion, cut them in half.
Urged the stone.
I know I'm the best.
Let me make you
Okay.
Come to think of it,
Oh,
Renato
shit.
thought as he put down another raven, why shouldn't I be emperor? How did
true.
anybody get to be emperor anyway?
I should be the
making
emperor.
War.
Oh god.
I mean, not counting the transcendent emperor,
fucking eyes.
obviously, who had banished the lost gods and started time.
Hate these eyes
Yes,
so
he
much.
should be emperor. He would make a great emperor. Right, Stone?
I can see where this is going. Right, boss. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be the emperor. It's been decided. Murder everything. I am Fox Hitler. Bow down to me. Oh, phone. I can't look at you right now. I'm too busy murdering and pillaging.
Welcome to Earth.
Renato told the corpses. It was something he'd seen in a play once.
Something he'd seen in a play once. What kind of play says "Yar, welcome to Earth"? Are we talking about like when Will Smith punches the friggin' alien in the face? I mean, I can get behind that.
Renato strode into the council.
I strode in
Let's
there.
do this thing. Let's make me emperor.
They looked confused and nervous. Ah, had he mentioned the emperor thing? He meant to bring that up later.
Whoopsies.
I mean, let's go win this rebellion.
He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards.
Oh.
He'd stop them.
Killed the rebellion.
He cut down a few to inspire the others. But soon, there was no one to cut down.
Oh, I'm going full blown
He'd have to
evil.
protect the fleet alone.
More for me.
He said, unless it was the stone that said it.
Traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he
You know,
do
I gotta
to
say, this is going a lot better than I
anything
expected.
He wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now.
But first,
I'm the best
finish
around. No one's ever gonna keep
the
me down.
emperors.
So I am once again on the final chapter. Only this time I am literally the definition of an insane psycho. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. All heroes started off as insane psychos at some point, right?
Where was the rebel fleet? They weren't even trying an assault.
Well, I killed
They were
the
going to miss
leaders.
a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty, and a new one to take its place.
This dynasty.
He didn't have to
Dynasty?
kill all the ravens. He could enslave them, and enslave the
The
toads
chapter
too.
of death, doom, and
All the
destruction.
animals would worship him as
Pretty
a
much.
god. For he had
And
once
just like
been
always, I'm taking the shortcut.
only give him their blood and their soul.
Because literally without this shortcut, this map is 15 minutes
Would
long.
become familiar again.
However, with the shortcut, it's like 5 fights and you're done.
The known knowns, and even some of the known unknowns. But he didn't know the unknown unknowns. You dig?
No, I don't dig. What be these unknown unknowns of the unknown unknowns, unknowing of unknowns? Say that 10 times fast.
Renato was glowing with dark power. Already the sun had dimmed. He could do anything, he realized. He could wrap the island safely in smoke again. He was beyond a hero. He was going to become a god again. How odd, he thought, that the Stone had nothing to say about any of this. Well, no matter. Once he killed the petty Toad Emperor, he would bring back the Black Sun.
So the Iblis Stone is actually a god.
Horse up in one of these.
Now I'm a god.
He will be cursing the blue stream.
I certainly feel godly right now, the way I'm cutting these people down. Just like that, I'm almost at the end of the level. I think there's like one more fight left.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
Yes. Super speed mode activate. How about that? That was like super speedy mode. And just like that, we're back at the end. Only this time I am a full-blown psychopath ready to murder everything. So let's go. All hell. Fox Hitler.
The Emperor and the Council huddling by his ship, plotting. They saw him and cowered before him.
And I cut off his head, taking 90% of his body mass off.
Fiend, croaked the Emperor desperately.
In the name of the Transcendent Emperor,
Croaked the speaker. They held some arcane items he didn't recognize.
Uh-oh.
He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of
Oh,
their
well,
bodies.
it all turned out for the best.
Iblis exulted. It is finished.
It is finished.
And the void that had been a mere stone on a sword expanded. It stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze, black and pitiless as the sun, passed through the void into the land.
Good.
And so
Good.
time ended.
Good.
He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up.
And there's
Like
another
those doors
card
he
that I
was
did not have
opening
yet.
all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil.
Plus
It
2
would
levels.
try to corrupt anyone who used it.
There we go. So I got all 4 now. What is this? 4 of 4 truths unlocked. So what does that do? Killed everybody and I did. Now I gotta figure out. Now I got 4 of 4 truths unlocked. I don't know what that does though. If anything. So now I don't know what to do. Because I got a few choices. Destroy the universe again. I just did that. I want to do something else. So this one with the freaking rabbit. There's 2 more truths that I still have not done. I think I know what this card is and how to get there. Maybe I'll do that. And then I so much to do. Got all these empty spaces. So I'm gonna do one more run, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Unlocking 4 of 4 truths gets you the. Well, how the hell do I get the true? What's the true ending? Or does it just mean I can actually acquire the true ending now? By picking all the right shit. We're going for the true ending. Instead of all the other endings. You need to tell me what I'm clicking on. Because I'm just going to end up, like, dying again. Like that's the first time I didn't end up dead. I gotta pick right.
The book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before?
And
he fell.
What do you mean by right?
The clouds parted over the Isles.
That's the real
of Boreas.
question.
It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base.
I'm assuming there's like
They
only
needed a
one
game
way to
changer.
get it. And it's like
Pieces of the
very
star ripple
specific.
surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The
You know what?
Iblis
Screw it.
Stone was
Yeah.
hidden there.
Tell me what to click on.
It was a dangerous artifact.
We'll go for the true ending tonight before I call it quits. That'll be the final run for tonight.
Maybe he could find a way to use it.
Bring your friends. We get to see the true ending.
To its wickedness.
It'll only take me about 40 minutes to get to it, probably.
Old friend Lapino
oh shit, there's a key there now.
Of course.
Do I click the key?
Strong suspicion that Lapino had
I haven't seen that before.
And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
I'm going to assume I clicked the key. Okay, I'm clicking the key.
Renato finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause, and maybe Renato could use that somehow.
Oh. Okay, so it gives me other shit. Alright, more key.
Renato couldn't quite put his paw on when he'd realized Lapino was working for the Empire. He'd never exactly seen Lapino sending coded messages to the palace, but he was sure. The rabbit had been on too many disastrous missions where he was the only survivor, or where he accidentally missed getting on the boat that went down to the abyss in flames. If Renato could prevent Lapino from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered, it might be worth the trip.
Alright, we're going for the true ending. And I'm guessing I just gotta click on keys from beginning to end, so I'm just gonna click on the keys from the beginning to the end. These are all like different missions, it looks like, that I haven't done, so that'll be cool.
How had they come to this? They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had talked Renato out of prison at least 4 times, and Renato had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs.
I don't want to use the workbench. I am happy with what I have right now. Confront the traitor Lapino. Alrighty then. Basically send him to get everything and trust the kid.
Lapino was hilarious because he was so down on himself and everyone else. But behind the mask, he wasn't a happy
Oh,
child.
fuck.
Ooh, was this payback? Or did the Empire have his little white tail in a vice?
Well, alrighty. True ending, here we come. I just wish I could kill this rabbit. I mean, I did it once tonight, and I'm content with that. I just wish I could just constantly do it. No!
There was still no sign of Lapino.
I don't need to know about this.
Not a pellet. Was he hiding in the cemetery further down the road? That didn't seem like him.
No, you lie. There's a lot of levels I just had, Jesus. I don't know what just happened there. It was all moving too quick.
Lapino would betray him. The core was
Is that a dagger in your pocket?
Renato had a
Nope, it's definitely a dagger. Here, come look.
Together somehow.
Hoax.
And then
Oh,
it
you
was gone
did.
again. Oh, damn it.
ideas. They never stuck around when you needed them.
Man, that's sexiest things when you just cut someone in half like that. Ooh. Alright, so we're just finishing up Act 1.
Bloody and exhausted, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing shuffling his favorite deck.
Favorite deck.
Now that he knew what the rabbit
Come on, Pyro.
was,
It's not the time for
there were a few
necrophilia.
things about him that Renato didn't find so amusing anymore. You sent me an urgent message saying that you're in danger. Oh, I am. The ravens are coming. Now, I've got a clever plan to kidnap Zenobia. Renato wanted to clap shackles on the rabbit and shout, "You're a traitor, and I'm not falling for it." But if there was one thing Renato was sure of, it was that the core of the Sky Ripper was dangerous mostly to its user. If he could put it in the Emperor's hands, old Isengrim III might blow himself and his fleet up with it.
Maybe,
Yes,
but I doubt it.
that was it.
There's no key this time. So do I grab this? Or stab the bitch? It's like the hardest choice I've ever had to make. This is very tempting. Alright.
Renato felt like a real hero, brave and smart. He told the rabbit all about the Sky Ripper's God's Eye core.
I'll go get the core while you attack Zenobia.
He told the rabbit.
Wait, I've an even better idea. I'll get the core and you attack Zenobia,
Said the rabbit.
Right, yeah, that is better.
Agreed Renato. Perfect. The traitor would make sure the Emperor got the core. Now Renato just needed the Emperor to use the core.
Aha!
If he could only get something that the Emperor wanted very badly. Zenobia. He could save her and bait the Emperor at
All
the same
baited.
time.
I like the sound of that. We're gonna bait the Emperor.
Right. Now, all Renato had to do was fight his way through Zenobia's invading troops, sneak onto her ship and into her bedroom, and kidnap her without any of her dozens of guards alerting her. Then
Sneak onto her
rely on
ship and
love
into
for
the
him,
bedroom.
Convince her how evil her father was. So
Trust
she'd run away
Cat,
with
go
him
to
instead of
base.
Going back to her father.
Okay.
Who was going to blow himself up. It did sound a little risky. But Renato had a feeling it would work out somehow. It
Then
always
stop
did.
her and the stone. Here. One step at a time.
Oh, what does the fox say? Asked one raven.
Oh,
Another one
Jesus.
called back. Oh, God, dying! They both laughed hysterically.
I'm not the one dying. You are. See? I already know what you're excited for. I can tell already. I can see it in your text. Alright, we'll do the shortcuts then. Gotta love shortcuts.
As for the gate, well, he could take her or leave her. Sorry. It's best I could do.
Wait, why is Lupino here?
Renato was halfway to Zenobia's encampment when Lupino showed up. He was disheveled and distraught.
They
Goddamn.
jumped us. I barely got away. Oh, they got the core.
Good.
Oh, it was all
That's what
going
they want.
according to plan, thought Renato. Now he just needed Zenobia on his side. Yes, that was even better. The Iblis Stone. Zenobia could get it. And then the Emperor would have to pursue them. Wait. No. The gem would corrupt anyone. Even her. That's it, he thought. Even Lupino. Even though Lupino was already a traitor. It would turn him against his secret master, the Emperor. He would try to make himself Emperor. And the Emperor would have to defend himself with the core.
Blow them both up.
He was a super genius.
I'm assuming I'm sending this guy for the stone. Because if I don't, then I can't trust the cat. Then I gotta stop. Yeah, I'm sending. Okay.
This is terrible, Renato told the rabbit. If only I had gone for the Iblis Stone. But now it's lost in enemy territory. He handed Lupino a map. It gives the bearer so much power. We can only hope the Emperor never finds it. What was that? Said Lupino. I think someone's following us. I didn't hear anything. Rabbit ears. You go on ahead. I'll check it out. And with that, Lupino hopped off with the map.
Off he goes again. Alright. Had to continue what I was doing. The fight. Hard fights every day. Every day, every night. Hard fights.
Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. She was curled up.
I think I'm making pretty good time.
He'd forgotten how beautiful she was.
Every time I read this bit, though, I always think rape.
How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She was made of smoke, and he noticed he had a very solid blade to his throat. Did you really think you could capture me? Purred a familiar voice. I just wanted to chat, said Renato. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? He needs a sacrifice. Someone who truly loves him, to make a bargain with the lost gods. That's a vicious lie. He wants to bring them back. That's crazy. Why would anyone... They could make him immortal. An eater of souls. And with that, her eyes widened. She understood. Renato told her how he had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred. How he had slept in a burnt village. At midnight, the Emperor's victims had come to him in his dreams to tell him of the hideous eldritch rituals they'd been sacrificed in.
If I had a dream like that, I'd pee myself.
And puppies. Their wide, sad eyes, their moist noses. You can't prove that. I've got a witness at the observatory.
Alright, I guess we're going to the observatory. I don't get much of a choice here. So I think this is like mission 3 of 5, probably?
Not yet. Why he was really here. He didn't want her to be anywhere near the fleet when her father blew himself and Lupino up. So he told her about how the Emperor's obscene rituals had raised ancient artifacts out of the land. How he'd followed the appalling trail of the hideous horrors His Majesty had perpetrated for the sake of his own immortality. Any of this ring a bell? He said. He told me it was all lies. You've always known when I was lying. I always hated that about you, said Renato. The rebellion had started after atrocities that the Empire hushed up. Renato had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred.
I don't know if there's a shortcut in this bit, so this might just be straight up run through, but I'll just take any of the special doors and hope for the best, I suppose. No, there's nothing over there. I remember there's a chest over there, but I really don't care about chests anymore. Actually, this level may have been shortened a bit, because usually you don't get this far for a few minutes. There's a big fight here, though. They're all buffed. He's gone. That's the first guy I've ever thrown off the edge, actually. It's a chest with ore. Over 100 again. Holy shit.
All the ingredients for a pretty nifty sword.
What, did another sword unlock?
I'd know if my father started practicing.
I guess now I gotta check.
Why? Would you join in?
I mean, I'm gonna keep using this one.
I'd destroy his books and I'd... Oh, God. Okay, you're not completely wrong. They've resurrected one of his victims. Well, look, I mean, look, it's not exactly alive, but it can talk. A true witness, she said.
Indeed. Well, now I hope I run into another forge. I want to see if I can actually do a new sword. I don't think I can. I'd had all 4, but I don't understand why it would tell me something like that if there wasn't something else to make. But I'm pretty sure I'm already at the observatory. It's like right up here, or close to it. Oh, hey, look at that, a forge. Swords. Alright, what can I do? Oh, this was never level 2? Alright, sure.
Wow. The sword felt even colder.
So that's level 2, level 2, level 2. Okay, I didn't know that the water sword was only level 1. It's pretty neat, I guess. I still like this one. Oh, I hate this part so much. Like the worst part in the entire game. Ow.
Energy spheres.
Oh, damn it.
Easy to dodge, but boy did they sting if you didn't pay attention. Do it, said Renato to himself.
That was a pretty good fight, if I do say so myself. And I do. A couple different tricks I used there. Alright, is this the elevator that takes me to where I need to go? Also, I noticed I'm glowing blue. This is indeed, and this place is already burning. That was quick. All these dead frogs. R.I.P. Never forget. Ribbit, ribbit, croak, croak.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had taken special care to burn the reanimated witness to cinders. Zenobia stared at the carnage. He didn't want me to hear the witness, did he? I guess not. What's your plan? She asked. So, Renato explained his brilliant gambit. Sending Lapino to get the Iblastone, become super powerful and corrupted, provoke the Emperor into using the core against him, thus blowing up both of them, and hopefully the fleet too. Let me visit your council, she said, shaken. I want to help.
Could he really trust her?
Trust her. Tell her. Yeah, okay, so this one was what? Look up, look up. Trust the cat. Okay.
He'd done it. He'd made Zenobia see how evil her father really was. He wished she didn't feel this urge to join in the rebellion. After all, he'd taken care of the Emperor, right? Yeah, but she'd always been conscientious like that. She told him she had to go somewhere first. So Renato gave her the location of the secret base, and they agreed to meet in the ruins. He had a very good feeling about this.
Then what's left? Stop her and the stone.
What had
Not ominous at all.
What was more important than meeting the rebel council?
Alright, so this is round 4 or 5. This one's actually pretty short.
No. He knew they could trust each other. He could
Maybe
trust
10
her
minutes?
because she never
10
broke
minutes.
her word. And she could trust him because she could see right through him. Well, she'd probably be there well before him. She at least didn't have to fight her way through rainstorms of ravens. Renato wondered how much Hypatia had known about the book she protected. Enough to tell her son to protect it. Enough to tell Renato to protect her son. He'd let her down there.
Look, you deserve to get turned into a pile of ashes. I don't regret it. I caught fire. Don't forget the sweet, sweet love part. Okay, that's step 6. Oh look, it's a dead Lupino. Which we will see once I finish these guys.
As he came around the bend, there was Lapino, unconscious on the side of the path. And Renato could smell a familiar, sweet, smoky scent. Who?
Ah, okay. She killed him. It's okay, now I get it.
She never used a combat spell.
Stop her in the stone. Got it.
She had the Iblastone. What would it do to her? She hated her father now. She'd kill him for sure. The council wouldn't mind if she killed the Emperor, but murdering her father would destroy her. He had to get to whatever ledge she was on and talk her down from it.
Say goodnight, Gracie, said Renato, wondering who Gracie was.
And don't say it if you don't know, goddammit.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
That was just desecration right there. That's all that was. They didn't stand a chance. And that's that one.
Everyone in the council chamber was dead. Zenobia stood shivering in the courtyard. Drenched in blood. Why? He managed. They started arguing with me. I lost my temper and I wanted their blood. Well, not me. The stone did. Why did you take it from Lupino? I had a plan. You had a stupid plan, she said. I'm going to go kill my father now. No, you can't. You'll just take his place. You'll become worse than him. Get out of my way, or I'll kill you too.
So, get out of the way. Stop her and the stone. Stop her and the stone. Okay.
You won't kill me, he said. And I won't let you kill the Emperor. Enraged, she raised the sword. You hate him too? He could sense the Iblis stone, yearning for his death. But she didn't strike. If you kill him, he'll destroy you. I know you. Shut up! She shouted, her sword trembling. I won't lose you again. Not for anything. Get away from me, he said, and he was very close. I can't lose you again. And he was in reach of her sword now. I hate him! I hate you too! I love you, he said for the very first time. And then she was weeping. He was holding her. The sword had dropped from her hand.
Okay, good. Now drop kick the stone.
It was no longer the black of the void. It looked like coal. No. It glowed like a cinder. It was crackling, burning, crumbling into ashes. You've always loved me, haven't you? She said. She was weak. The stone had taken so much from her. Always, he said. She staggered as he helped her up. Let me take you away. Where? The island of Avalon. The sisters will heal you. He'll follow us. Then we need the Farfarer, the fastest ship in the Empire.
You still gotta fight the friggin' Emperor, though, right? Gotta end it all. That way you can get to the step 6.
The Empire had seized his ship. They'd have to take it back.
Alright, here we go. And just like every other time, as soon as I see that shortcut, I'm taking it. There it is.
Had that door been opened before?
Yes. Like 5 times. Alright, we are almost done.
His beautiful skycraft, the Farfarer. They would fare very far indeed, beyond the Empire, beyond the reach of the Empire, to the mystical island of Avalon. He didn't know exactly where it was, but he knew he could find it. And they would find peace there. Second star on the right, and straight on till morning, laughed Zenobia. And they laughed together for the first time.
Watch, that's actually the way you get there. Suddenly, crossbow bolt to the chest. Shit! Super speed mode.
this thing really needed a roof.
And just like that, we're almost done. Shit. That was close. Oh, not that way.
Have you ever felt you were just going round in circles? Bernardo felt like that.
I mean, yeah, all the time. I always feel like I'm going in circles, especially in this game, because you literally are. Alright, this part's annoying. Fuck. That was the longest and most massive fight I think I've done in this game.
But they did not go unnoticed. Scout ships lifted off, and the long lance of the Imperial flagship. Bernardo turned downwind to gain speed. The Raven ships could pursue, but they couldn't close. The Farspeaker croaked, "You return her and live!" "Go sacrifice yourself," yelled Bernardo. "Then you won't have her either." On the flagship, the Emperor was readying some arcane weapon. It couldn't be.
It was the core.
It was the core. A devastating beam lanced out of the flagship. Bernardo zigzagged wildly to keep the Farfair out of it. Now the Raven scout ships were closing the distance, and the beam was getting closer too. Then came a blinding flash, and the air was searingly hot all around him. There was a thunderous, deafening roar. He could smell burnt oak and burnt feathers and burnt flesh. But when he could hear and see again, they were alive and unhurt. And they were alone in the sky.
I don't know what happened.
Zenobia embraced him. They had done it. Through luck and through love, they had won the war. "Avalon, here we come," he said as he held her arms wide and the proud
maybe the rebel fleet blew them up.
"Maybe the real Avalon is wherever we're together," she said. And so, after a bit of an argument, Bernardo and Zenobia went to one of the two Avalons. The one shrouded in mists, or the one in their hearts. But which one they went to, I'll never tell.
Oh, the core blew up.
He'd done it. He'd forged his own destiny. Well, he hadn't actually done it, but he knew what he would do. Bernardo smiled at the book. He practically wanted to kiss it. The kid's sacrifice hadn't been in vain. He'd saved the book and saved the world.
Woo.
Bernardo owed him and his mother so much. Bernardo lowered the mainsail and let the Farfarer shoot forward in the breeze. Second star to the right, and straight on till morning. This time, he would win.
No, I can't skip. The credits are like the most important part. That was it. That was stories. There's also a new game that came out like on the 15th of May, which is like the predecessor to this, I guess. Which is also supposed to be pretty good, but gets sniped by Lupino. No! Not like this. Not again. But yeah, there we go. That's the ending. The good end. After all of the bad ends. I wonder who the other person watching is. I know one's Pyro, but the second dude in here has been like a ninja this entire time. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I mean, I would too, honestly. Like, the game was really good. The fighting was smooth. Herb is live. Well, I'll head over there in a second. I'm just gonna let the credits roll, and I'm gonna call that the end of the stream, so... yeah. But yeah, definitely 10 out of 10. I got lucky and I got it while it was free. But even so, like 20 bucks or whatever it is cheap for a game like this. Especially since, like, even though this is the true ending, there was like 19 or 18 other endings to get. So 18 more playthroughs. And I already have like 5 hours or 6 hours in this game, so... I mean, damn. Days of fun. Canada Media Fund? Oh shit, representing my country. Go Canada. I've never heard of that fund though. So, I'm sorry, Canada. My bad. Yeah. Is there any secret? Nope. I'm just back to the book. The Truth Finder will help you find paths that leads to truths you have not found yet. Look for this icon while making choices in the book. This option can be toggled in the gameplay options menu. Alright. Cool. So I'm gonna call the stream an end there. 10 out of 10 would recommend. 10 out of 10 would play again. Thanks for coming out and watching. Now I'm off to go watch a Blue Jay do something. Cool times. Thanks for coming out.